Welcome, Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Season 2 of Gotham. So about 146 days ago, I made my Season 1 review of Gotham, and to sum it up, I didn't like it. It was pretty bad. It was an average 22-episode police procedural with a bit of a Batman theme to it. It had sparks of something cool. There was something cool, like a cool story trapped inside of that season, but it never fully came out. So the question is, does Season 2 allow the cool parts of Season 1 to grow and blossom, and does it do away with everything that sucked about Season 1? Sort of. So the first thing I'm gonna say is that Season 2, like most of you said, is way better than Season 1. There's no comparison. It's like a completely different show. This is much closer to what I thought this show should have been. I still feel that if they went the Daredevil Netflix route, it would have been even better, but I'll take what I can get. This season is much less of a procedural. There are actual stories, there are arcs, characters who evolve and become more interesting over time. Some things even make sense. If you kind of enjoyed Season 1, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna absolutely love Season 2, or at least have a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with Season 2, but I still had some issues with it. Still way too many episodes. So the first half of the season, while still way better than Season 1, I thought was not great. It still suffered from the lack of subtlety and the repetition that plagued Season 1. The second half was close to what I was looking for. The villains are the main part of this season, and a lot of them go through some pretty interesting stuff. Penguin was still pretty great, but the Riddler actually becomes a genuinely interesting character. In Season 1, I was mostly annoyed with how they handled Nigma, but Season 2 really fleshed out the character, and I thought that the actor who plays him really stepped up his game in a major way. The season as a whole tells much more of a consistent story. There are not a lot of standalone episodes, which I thought was great. Even if there is an episode that breaks away from the plot, it's usually to introduce us to a new character, like Mr. Freeze. If this was the same show, same story, just like 13 or even 15 episodes, but not 22, it would have been so much better, because in the first half of the season, they have this villain, they deal with him, the whole story goes down, and then when you're like in episode 16 or something, you hardly remember anything that's happened before episode 10. Almost all of the characters become more interesting in this season. James Gordon is constantly on the edge of the dark side. Bullock is still the best character in this show by far. Bruce Wayne still sucks, but much less. The relationships between James and Lee and Barbara even become surprisingly deep. There were a couple of moments between Jim and Barbara, or Jim and Lee, where I was like, oh shit, like, I didn't expect that powerful moment from a show like this. There are still so many disposable characters in this season. The whole story with Jerome, I didn't like any of it. I feel like we've seen crazy evil so many times that here it really just felt like rehashing tropes to me. In the second half of the season, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in Arkham Asylum, and most of it is actually pretty cool, but there are all these subplots and side things that are just like, why you needed more episodes. That's why. Bottom line, should you watch it? If you enjoyed anything about Season 1, then yes, absolutely. Season 2 improves on everything. I still don't think this is a great show. It's fine, I had fun with it, but I'm not gonna remember it. It's a great show to kind of watch while you're doing something else, like washing dishes or something, but it does provide a pretty cool cross between a police show and a supernatural show. If you haven't watched Gotham at all, but this sounds kind of interesting, I'd say watch maybe like 5 or 6 episodes from Season 1 and then move right ahead to Season 2. What about you? Have you watched Gotham? What do you think about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and also let me know what's your favorite comic book show out of all of them. There's quite a few, and also let me know why. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot. And if you're finding Binge Watchers for the first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to join the Binge Watchers community. Come talk about TV with us. It's a lot of fun. Subscribe to the channel or click here to find some other videos we have up on the channel. But in any case, keep binging, and I will see you next time.